Hey everybody, thanks for watching this episode of Mike and Olive Review Things.
My name's Olive and this is my dad, Mike.
We just got home from a new movie that came out a few weeks ago, actually. We hadn't gotten a chance to see it right away.
No.
But Olive was out of school for winter break.
It came out on my birthday.
It came out on your birthday. We didn't get to see it then, but we got to see it today.
And it is called Jumanji, the Next Level.
Jumanji, the Next Level. So this is the third Jumanji. This is the second Jumanji with this cast, with the video game. What we saw the original.
That's the third Jumanji?
Well, so there was one that came out a long time ago that was about the actual game. So it was a book first, all right? So it was a book first, and then it came out a 1995 movie with Robin Williams. You have not seen that version.
Okay.
It doesn't really have too much to do. I don't think it has anything to do with these. But then Jumanji, Welcome to the Jungle, the one with the video games, and Kevin Hart and The Rock and Jack Black and Karen Gillan all came out. That came out 2 years ago in 2017. And we saw that in the theater. What'd you think of that?
Wait, the Jumanji or the Jumanji Next Level?
The first one. The one that we saw 2 years ago. The original.
Don't really remember it,
Okay,
but I did like it.
I know, you loved it. While we were watching it, I remember you saying, oh, I want to buy this. We didn't buy it. I don't know why we didn't. I feel like it came out a while after. You never asked about it again. We only saw it the one time, and so I didn't really remember everything. In fact, I had to look at my phone at one point to see who one of the characters was in this one. But we really liked that one. What'd we think of this one? Did you like it?
Yes, there was a couple scary parts, but not really, that I just, jumped.
Okay, we'll get to whether it's scary or not. But so basically the plot doesn't really matter. I mean, it's the same as last Jumanji. There's 4 friends. Now they're in college. They come home and they get the video game. Spencer gets the video game system out again. And it sucks him in. Well, we think it sucks him in. And then his friends are looking for him. And his grandfather, played by Danny DeVito, is at the house recovering from hip surgery, and then one of his friends, who's played by Danny Glover, comes over. Well, they used to be friends. You find out more. They get sucked into the game, and so it's not.
But one of Spencer's friends didn't get sucked in the game for some reason.
Yeah, for some reason, Bethany doesn't get sucked into the game. We find out why. Well, we don't find out why, actually. But she doesn't get sucked into the game right away. But that leaves open the fact that Danny DeVito and Danny Glover get sucked in. So in the original version, or the one that came out 2 years ago, The Rock is playing kind of like a nerdy kid, and Jack Black is playing a prissy girl and everything like that. Now, in this one, The Rock is playing Danny DeVito as the video game character, and Kevin Hart is playing Danny Glover as the video game character. And so they're old men, and they have to constantly be reminded that they're in a video game, and they don't understand it. And it's kind of gets old a little bit, but then some things change up in it, and it's a little bit more fun. I thought Danny DeVito was hilarious in the beginning before he got sucked into the game. The Rock does a very good job as Danny DeVito, but I thought Danny DeVito was kind of hoping for more of him.
The old guy?
Yeah, the old guy.
With the white hair?
Yeah, with the white hair.
Okay.
But this cast is huge. I mean, so you got Karen Gillan, who is playing basically the same character as she did last time, just kind of a really awesome warrior. And she's really good at karate, and now she can use nunchucks.
Nunchucks.
Yeah, and she's awesome.
Nunchucks.
And then you got The Rock, and you got Jack Black. And Jack Black plays like 3 or 4 different types of characters in it. And then you also have Awkwafina. Awkwafina, I thought, was great. And Awkwafina was the pickpocket girl.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. I thought she did good.
Yes.
There's a huge cast. There's a ton of people. They're all playing different kinds of characters. I thought, did you like this one better than the last one?
No, I think the last one's way better.
Yeah, I thought the last one was better, too. I thought just kind of The Rock playing The Rock and Kevin Hart playing Kevin Hart. I mean, that's kind of what they're they're best at. And in this, they are then now playing Danny DeVito and and Danny Glover, which is really funny at first, but then it kind of drags a little. And then it picks back up. We also don't really get too much of an explanation of why there's a new story in it. There's some new characters in it.
Because they just thought it was the same game. Like, there couldn't be a next level. Wow.
Sure. And it's one of those things that I think they really saw, okay, look, we can put a ton of different people in this movie, and we can have this much of a plot and a bunch of action sequences and a bunch of jokes, and people are going to see it. And that's what happened. We saw it. I mean, we were excited to see it. I will say, so I really like Jake Kasdan. He's the director of this. He directed the last one as well. He wrote this one, whereas last one was written by Chris McKenna, who was a guy who used to write for Community. And he doesn't play for anything. He writes the movie. He's the guy that writes it. And so I really like Chris McKenna. I think he's one of the funniest writers working today. And I think that was the difference. This one wasn't nearly as funny. There were a couple scenes where you could tell they were there for big jokes. And our theater was pretty full. And
not really.
Nobody laughed.
Yeah, almost no one laughed.
Yeah, sorry. But it was, I didn't dislike it. What did you think was scary? Was it scary? Is this movie too scary for kids?
A little.
Yeah. She jumped multiple times. There were a lot of different animal scares where animals came out of nowhere. There's a snake that bites somebody's head off. Whenever somebody dies, because it's a video game, they get 3 lives. It's kind of violent, and they kind of blow up. It is PG-13. Olive's only 8. And so it's very much a PG-13 movie. So know that, yes, it's certainly geared for kids, but it's not a kid's movie. I would think this is too scary. If your kids have shown any kind of fear at any movie whatsoever, I would wait to watch this with them.
Like the first Jumanji.
Yeah, I mean, I don't remember anything being scary in the first Jumanji. It was also rated PG-13, but I think this one definitely had more jumps. I was kind of surprised at how many jump scares that they had because
I jumped so much.
It is a kids movie. So what did you? I really liked Awkwafina. That was my favorite part. I thought Jack Black was great.
Awkwafina?
Awkwafina, the girl.
Oh.
I thought she was really good in it.
Yeah, she's good.
We said what we liked. We said what we disliked. What's our grades?
An 8.
An 8?
I liked it. It's just a little scary and also too much jumps. Too much jumps.
Too many jump scares.
Yes.
I'm gonna give it a 7. So like I said, we liked it. I just wish it was better. I thought the first Jumanji was better, or the first one with this cast. But I will say it gets better as the movie goes along. I think it starts off good, and then it kind of is like, oh, okay, get to the point, and then it goes back up. Kind of like a little roller coaster. So yeah, I hate
roller coasters.
If you guys have some time over the break, I think this is also a really good one that you'll be able to rent. Slumber parties, I think, will be fun with this one in the future, or however you guys call it, sleepover, slumber parties, whatever. So yeah, whatever. Anything else we need to add about this movie?
No.
Nope. That's all. So thanks for watching this episode of Mike and Olive Review Things. This has been...
Good.
Jumanji, the next level. Bye.